Happy Friday, everybody. Take two. Dear Keven segment, take two. This is Darlene.
Hi again. Hi, everybody.
Our amazing office manager. It's not Tammy who's usually with me here today. It's good to have you here, Darlene.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, you're going to read the Dear Keven letter so well in your own personality. It's going to be great. We're doing the Dear Keven today like we do every week. The question's on humidity. We really appreciate everybody tuning in, and feel free to chime in and ask any questions while we're doing this as well. And why don't we get right to the Dear Keven letter?
Absolutely.
Darlene.
Here we go. Dear Keven, I have so much static in my house, so I'm guessing that means it is dry. I get nervous turning on lights in my house, as when I flick the switch I get a shock on my finger. I have a humidifier but can't tell if it's working. It's a type of humidifier with the foam pad that is in a tube circular shape. It stopped working years ago, but I'm thinking that since there is water in there, basically that it's doing the trick. Sign static in the air.
Sign static in the air. Okay, it's a tiny bit cryptic, but almost certainly what she has on there for humidifier right now is a drum humidifier.
Right.
So a drum humidifier used to be the staple of humidifiers that was actually an upgrade over an even worse type of humidifier called a plenum humidifier.
Okay.
And so that's the one. It has a sponge that is round. It's kind of forced over top of a wheel, and there's water in a tray all the time. So there's a tray there, and that sponge turns when the furnace is on.
Okay.
The sponge picks up water and moisture, and then the air blows through that wet sponge and into the house.
Okay, so is it still working then in her case?
In her case, it's probably not working. She has on there that that she thinks it stopped working, and you can see that thing turning when the furnace is on.
Right.
And most of them don't work.
Oh, okay.
That's the more common situation. And when they do work, 9 times out of 10, they're so rotten and disgusting and all crusted up and moldy and all that kind of stuff that you wouldn't want to use them.
Oh, okay.
So the problem with those is that you have water sitting in the bottom of that humidifier all the time. It's dark, it's hot, and there's lots of minerals in our water. So the mineral content settles on the pad, breaks the motor really quickly in most cases. There's a float in there, so they oftentimes will overflow with water on top of your furnace and down there. And then, there's just problems. People don't do the maintenance on those because the maintenance is really, really hard and difficult.
Right.
And putting things back together again, I've seen it so many times where something goes wrong and then they leak. So probably she's not getting humidity in her house enough because it's not working right, or it's not working at all.
Right, and she's seen the water, so she was thinking that it was working for her.
Yeah, that's a really good point, because the really cheap other humidifiers called a plenum humidifier, they have water in them all the time. And so it is rational to think that there's water there, so you're going to get some humidity in the house. And it's true.
Right.
You will get some humidity going into your house with a bit of water in there, but very, very little.
Right.
Very, very little. So it's really important that with a drum humidifier like that, or any humidifier, it's maintained and it's working properly, so at least you can get the most out of it that you can.
Right.
And, we haven't installed those humidifiers for over 20 years.
Oh, that's an old one. Yeah.
Well, they still sell them.
Yeah.
They still sell them, yeah. And I mean, we as you know, we install the flow through or drip type humidifier, and there's nothing maintenance free in life, and those are really easy to maintain, once a year maximum, and they definitely work. They work really, really well. So hopefully we can do something about that for her in her house, and make a difference for her.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Good that we were able to answer that question, especially with the water there, like you said. So. Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, we're installing we probably install a couple of humidifiers almost every day here at Acclaimed. So it's humidity season, really, really dry these days, and it's something that's being done a lot. What's going around in Edmonton? We've got Festival of Trees.
Oh,
so
exciting.
The Festival of Trees has been a staple, I think, kicking off the Christmas season for a really long time, for decades.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of an institution. This year is really exciting because they have all sorts of different things going on there, and one of the things they have is gingerbread houses.
Right.
Right? On display there.
Yes.
And Melinda and Mallory and Chris and Kurt, they made the most amazing gingerbread house to represent Acclaimed. So we've got the pictures up on our Facebook, and hopefully people see that when they go to the Festival of Trees, because they have like one of our trucks there, and the house is all lit up, and it kind of shows little snippets of kind of what our company does. It's really neat.
I've seen it. It is absolutely amazing. What a great job they did. You'll have to check it out on our Facebook page, because it is brilliant, I have to say.
Yeah, it truly is. I don't know how many dozens of hours they spent on that.
Yeah.
They spent a lot, for sure.
And to a great cause, right?
Yeah, it's a fantastic cause, and I think they raffle stuff like that off, and they generate a lot of income that way. And Tammy's not here today on the couch because she's actually at the Festival of Trees,
right.
at a charity luncheon. Actually, that's what she's doing.
And to the Stollery, I believe, right?
No, if you say so, you're probably right. I won't claim to know that for sure, but whatever cause it is, I know it's a great cause.
Yeah.
And it probably is the Stollery.
Yeah.
So hope you learned something about humidity. Please go out and check that Festival of Trees out to support that great cause. And we'll see you next week for another Dear Keven letter, what's going on with the city, all the exciting news in HVAC, and we'll look forward to seeing you then. Have a great weekend.
Bye, everyone.